everyone. Hello, hello, hello. Welcome to part 2, episode 1, Behind the Veil, which today I've decided to title We're Off to See the Wizard? Question mark? Just because, we got a fun little crew that are, making their way to, I was gonna say Neverland. That's a completely different. I'm mixing genres. That's what I do, folks. I tell stories and I mix genres.
Emerald City.
Thank you. I am. It's been one of those days, chat. One of those days. Hello, hello, hello. Welcome. How does everyone like our new opening credits and stuff, eh? Pat myself on the back for that one. I feel pretty good. Yeah. These are just some of the... Thank you. Yeah, some of the things that's to start so you notice a difference, right? Today, Wednesday, Behind the Veil. Monday, OG Crew, You Are Legion. Different looks, different everything, right? Awesome. I just want to make sure, chat, everyone can hear me. Everyone can hear me okay. I hope. Let me see. Let me test it out on myself here. Yeah, we can hear me. I can hear me. There is a buzz. There is a hiss.
Someone quickly tell us.
Sound
test. Testing.
I just raised the volume on my phone that I'm using just to make sure that everything is a-okay, and I heard everything a-okay. I do have a buzzing. I think it's just this old headset. It's another thing I gotta change. Anyways, we're not here to talk about technology. We're here to talk about adventure time. Alright, adventuring. So, without further ado, I'd like to try a new intro, since last week my intro was lost to the void of no sound. But I'd like to try a new intro for today. So, let's begin. The Coalition of Cities. My home. It's been around for about 100, 150 years. Ever since the end of the Draconic Wars. A lot of people live here. A lot of people, all walks of life, all come here under the mandate that we welcome all sentient beings, born by natural means regardless of origin, species, or creed. We offer you space around our fire we call hope. Regardless of who you are, where you're from, all mortal beings are unique, and that regardless of your origin, everyone has something to offer for the betterment of all. But not all is peaceful in the Coalition. There are forces outside the Coalition, outside of this alliance, that are trying to break it, that are trying to destroy it, trying to destroy the wonderful things we've created. And more recently, some of those attacks have hit home. My home. Forge City. The crown jewel of the Coalition. And I can't let that happen. Can't let any of this happen. My name is Fritz. I'm the director of the Ascended Veil. We are a secret organization working behind the shadows. Behind the shadows? Wait. Rewind. Working in the shadows. Making sure that the Coalition and all of its people stay safe. And we are willing to do anything to make sure that happens. Join me as you listen and enjoy one of our stories, Behind the Veil. That's the intro. That's the intro. I worked on it today. I got a little nervous halfway through. Still working on it, right? It's still at the beginning. It'll get better. All right. So, when we last left our heroes, they have been... where are my manners? My name is Eric. I'm the GM for this evening's enjoyment and adventure. And with me we have Annie, who is playing Maeve, the tiefling with a mysterious past. We have Koi, the dwarf with a very short beard with a mysterious past. We have Chase, who's playing the want for nothing Rembrandt with a mysterious past, and Neil playing Caius, who at the moment we don't know much about him, so he's a bit of mystery, but from his intro last week, he sounds like some people might know him somewhere. I don't know. Maybe in some sort of ring, violence involved. I don't know. Anyways, welcome everyone. Yes. So, where was I? When we last left our heroes, our four heroes had been hired on by the Ascended Veil, the secret organization that, as we explained, as I mentioned in the intro, will stop at nothing to protect the coalition and its people and its cities. And so our four heroes here have been sent off on a mission to destroy what has been rumored as an explosive device by a new radical faction that have popped up, called the Sisters of Mander. But Fritz, the director of the Ascended Veil, did mention that the new leader of this radical group seems to be the previous leader of another radical group which Maeve was a part of. We'll soon find out if this is true on our adventure. So they're sent off. We ended with them at the beginning of their blimp airship ride towards the edge of Coalition territory in order for them to then grab some horses and head off into the wild west, if you will, towards the city of Limbara, which is where a secret coded message, an unexpected secret coded message, was sent with the information, a very brief message, with the information that the Sisters of Mander were creating an explosive device, one that could devastate half of, if the plans were true, could devastate half of Forge City in one fell swoop. And so we find our heroes in our airship. We last found our heroes. They were taking a shot of some very, very expensive whiskey. Caius wasting no time to spend his hard-earned stolen cash, getting some delicious beverages for everyone. Would we like to continue that conversation at the table?
Yes. So, how many drinks have we had so far? Do we just have the one?
So far,
Hers had
'cause-
2.
Right. Because Maeve is pretty scrawny and malnourished. She'll probably be wasted on like the one drink.
Yeah, that'd be a constitution check, I think, yeah.
Oh, should I roll? I can find.
Do it.
Where
You
is
know what?
Foundry?
Do it. Roll Constitution.
Oh,
Okay,
boy.
okay,
Let's see
okay,
how
okay,
we
okay.
do.
Okay, you know what? I will fix finding on Foundry right now. I'm just gonna roll a real die.
Yeah, do it. Hey,
I was like, I can't find it. How do I roll?
do it the old-fashioned way.
Ooh. Uh, I rolled a natural 19
Nice.
plus 3.
Yeah,
So
so
that's
Wow.
22.
this
Wow.
you're not feeling it. You're not feeling it. You're like, what? This is it's nothing. I could like take 10 of these. This is easy.
Well, guys, now that we've all been socially lubricated, um, something just came across my mind. So, whenever I used to be on like missions with my old group, um, we,
Why are you doing this? I don't understand.
well, I, I just felt like it was something to do, like missions, because they weren't real missions, and then my group was not. It was a group. It was a real group, so I didn't really need to do this, but it felt like fun to do it. Um,
If they weren't real missions, what were they?
they they were tasks. I guess they were missions. Now you're making me question myself. I guess I didn't really need the quotation marks. I guess I was trying to be like very, very like unspecific. But anyway, when I used to go on missions with my old group, we would like try and not be discovered, right? We had to go in incognito because otherwise people would recognize us. So I think looking like the way we look right now, especially with the way people reacted to us when we got on the ship, um, I feel like we need disguises. So
Oh,
my proposition is that we steal some clothes from these rich assholes and put them on.
Um, Not opposed to it at all. My question being, would us looking then like rich asshole make it slightly more difficult for us to access any areas that we need to get to once we actually are in the city? Because it feels like
Hmm.
the Sisters of Mander would probably not be in like a fancy hotel or I don't even know what's fancy in Limbara, but would they not try and be sketchy, aread folk? I mean, like it feels like if anything, you're probably the best person to ask about where we might initially start looking.
Right. I mean, when I was in my old group, we just had like uniforms or like, like pins or badges. So I think it would be like really hard to infiltrate the Sisters of Mander unless we actually like took something from somebody from there. Maybe I mean, I don't know. I don't know if their organization worked the same way that my group did.
hmm.
Hey, action is where it's at. Funk. Or's gonna pass out. I rolled a 1 on my Constitution save. So Or starts talking and then just face first into the table
It,
Ugh.
it's been a
and starts
while.
snoring.
It's been a while, hasn't it? He's been drinking a lot of that probably that naturally made wormwood whiskey, and it's just not as strong.
A lot of the dew water. Yeah, a lot of morning dew has been his only. He's been on a cleanse. So Or is out.
So just general knowledge about Lambara, things that your characters would know generally, right? Um, as I mentioned in our last session, Lambara is outside of the coalition of cities, so it is not part of the alliance, right? Um, uh, you may go ahead. I will leave it to you, right? How much your character would know, but Limbara has been the general of Limbara has been very outspoken to be against the coalition. Um, uh, believing that the the blending, if you will, of so many species in one place is impure. Um, and that there is only the strength is only found with 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 strong pure blood. You know that everyone knows that Limbara is a Wanti um, city. Um, just a quick refresher for chat if we don't remember what the Wanti are. The Wanti are a snake-like species of beings that run the gamut from you know body entirely serpentine but very human or sometimes larger if you have a very big person, but with the torso and arms of a person, so of a human, or humanoid, so they have hands, but that their faces are very serpentine in look. So you have from that all the way to basically a humanoid walking on 2 feet, 2 feet, no tail, 2 arms, 2 legs. They just that their skin is just very scaly, and they have very snake or reptilian-like features on their faces. Um, uh, as I mentioned, the general of Lambara is also the dictator. So it's a dictatorship, um, uh, and is also known that while the general has this very strong belief in this, no mixing, if you will, or no blending of species, uh, because of the influence of the coalition, um, unless communities have explicitly isolated themselves from or are violently isolating themselves, pushing away other species. Um, there has been some level of just people just travel now. People mingle, right? People go here, there, and everywhere. So while like I said, while the general of Limbara strongly believes it has a distaste of a melting pot society, Limbara does have other peoples, other species that live there or around. It's just that anybody who is the Limbara is a city that's built based on rings, and the closer you get to the center ring, the more solely Wanti people is who you find, if that makes sense. Yeah, this is just general knowledge about Limbara. There are other things that I will bring up if it becomes important to the conversation, or if you have any questions about this. Yeah.
Well, I do love the idea of going incognito. I'll be back. If something goes out.
Where's he going? And I look over at Ur and I'm like poking at Ur to make sure that.
I'm sure he'll be fine.
Okay. So, Rembrandt, do you want to go steal some clothes with me?
I will help steal clothes for you.
Okay. Maybe we can steal clothes for everyone?
Oh, that won't be a problem for me, but thank you.
Okay.
Shall we?
Yeah, let's go. I guess we don't see where Kaya's went.
That's a very good question, Caius. Did you just leave in a hurry and just exit?
He was very quick.
Okay. I
Should we just leave him there?
I look at Ur and I'm just like, there's no way I can lift this guy. I don't think.
Mm, why don't we try it together?
Okay, we can try together.
Can we do a joint strength check to get him not off the floor?
Yeah, let's do it.
Or
Joint.
not on the floor?
Let's do it. Let's do it. Yeah. So go ahead and roll for me. Uh, who actually? I was gonna say this. Who has? I forget who has the highest strength stat between the two of you.
Um, I have 12.
I have 8 with a -1 modifier.
Okay.
Right.
Okay, let's do
So-
it.
Right. I remember this.
So I
now.
rolled a 12.
Oh, I didn't roll yet. Let me roll.
Yeah. Go ahead.
Ability check. Normal. I rolled a 13.
All right. All right. So refresh my memory there. How much do you weigh, ish?
160 pounds.
Yeah, you guys are having a hard time. You're able to lift an arm. It's like that classic you're able to lift an arm, but it's a real struggle to just you're not lifting him. You're just basically dragging him as best as you can.
Did we sort of do the thing where we try and grab him by the legs and he just goes like kung kung?
Well, I
Oh,
mean,
is there anyone around that is like someone we could finagle to watch him so no one fucks with him?
well, you know that there are the two bartenders, right? They were there when you came in. When you initially came in, because you were the first to arrive at the at the bar, you were the only ones there. But since then, there has been another couple that have come in, and they are sitting in a far table in the back corner.
I mean, what are the odds that somebody's going to hurt him or rob him?
All
I'll
right.
definitely say he dropped off the only valuable thing in the room, which was the armor and shield. And he's wearing just dirty furs and
Yeah,
linens. There's nothing of value.
No one's gonna. I
All
wouldn't
right. I'm
rob
sure.
him.
I'm sure he'll be just fine.
Yeah, he'll be fine. Do we just leave him on the floor because we're not able to put him back on the chair?
Yeah.
Yeah. So he's lying. Tur is lying on the ground because again you tried to pick him up, and you for a second you're got him an inch off the chair, but then nope, came right back down, hit the corner of the chair, it fell over. He's on the ground, and that's when you guys are just yeah, he's okay.
Yeah,
Just take a napkin, maybe put it over him. It's keeping him warm,
it's gonna be okay.
And you're both exiting out of the
Yeah.
exit.
Yeah.
Okay. As you
Yeah.
exit, just as you're cresting the door, one of the bartenders is like, "Excuse me, your friend,
He'll be fine. He'll be okay. Just leave him.
yeah,
Yeah,
I'll-
it's great. We'll be back.
wait, what room are you in?
Thank you.
What room are you in?
I ran away.
What do I know? What room we're in?
Yes, you can show him your ticket if you wish to that has your information, that has your room information on there.
Sure. I'll show him the ticket, and I'll tell him, our friend is a extraordinarily important dwarven king, and it's of the utmost importance that he be returned to his room safely.
Are you doing anything special with that information, Chase?
No,
No?
I mean, you can. If you want me to roll a deception check, I can, but
Yeah, you know what?
That's
Roll
at
it.
your
Roll it.
discretion.
Roll it. Yeah, no, I'm gonna ask you to roll it because Tur is not dressed
As the
like
things?
yeah,
Yeah.
he's not dressed looking like a king. So, but could be wrong. Could be wrong.
That'd be 22.
I was unaware. Yes, yes, I will. You know what? I will ensure that his Majesty, his liege is. I don't know what the term to use for Thane. I'm not. I don't know much about the hierarchy of. I will. Yes, I will get. I will get our sturdiest crew to escort him back to your room, sir.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Oh, yeah, no, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. And he actually immediately just hops over the bar and exits the door before you even get a chance to get to the door yourself, because he's just like, I gotta get someone to help this king back to his room. Awesome. Let's join
Excellent.
Caius here. Caius, what are you doing? Where did you go?
So Kaya starts, exits the bar and then walks down a hallway, and he is going to accost the first steward or somebody who clearly works for the airship that he sees.
Okay. Yeah. So the first one you see is humanoid. They're preparing they're preparing like the coffee trolley that they're gonna walk down the coffee, tea, hot drink, that sort of thing, trolley that they're gonna walk down the the rest of the cab. That person is the first person you see. They're the only ones in the hallway.
Pardon me. Sorry to disturb you. I left something in my luggage. Could you point me in the direction of the luggage car or the luggage room, wherever you stored our belongings for the journey?
Oh yes. I mean, you did not bring it with you. This is a very short trip.
No. My valet brought it onto the ship and said that he would take it to wherever it was. And listen, a, it's a rather urgent matter. I don't mean to be rude, but I do
Oh.
require to find my luggage.
No, of course, of course. No, of course. The luggage is all the way in the back. You'd have to talk to oh, I forget who's working tonight, but you'll have to talk to whoever's back there, and they'll be able to go down to the luggage compartment to get it for you. Sadly, I'm sorry. Only employees are allowed in that section of of the ship. So you'll have to describe your
I see.
luggage, and then they'll grab it for you.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
And then I'll walk in the direction.
Awesome.
As soon as I get anywhere close to wherever, like if there's any signs or anything, I would immediately like to start being as sneaky as possible, and work my way towards where this luggage room is. Please.
Excellent. Well, this is one of this is not a large airship. This is a nice airship. It's not one of the it's one of the nicer ones, but it's one of the smaller ones because it's a short trip airship. And so it's as you're walking, as you've exited the private rooms X section, you then just have rows upon rows of chairs that are some of them are they're two on each side. Some of them are facing front, and then certain sections you have two sets that are facing each other, with the ability for a table to then be raised up from the wall and put back down if so choose, if the people wish to, I don't know, do something with the table, play cards, I don't know, something. And yeah, and it goes down. It's not a very long, again, not a very big airship, not a very long airship. It's about 20 feet long. Like it's not a very, again, not a very big one. This section is about 20 feet long. Yeah, basically doubles the size of the front half, essentially. And at the very back, there's just a door that just says employees only.
Is there any Are there any employees in this room?
You did pass by a steward along the way. They were just helping someone with their general, queries of air travel. Probably asking for a pillow or something. Yeah.
Right. As I was passing down the hall, did any of the fancy cabins, were they all occupied, or did I happen to notice? Like, are there windows?
Yes, yes. All the doors to the rooms have a window. As you walked by, there were 10 rooms, 5 on each side. One of them was yours, obviously, the one in the middle, on the left. As you were walking in the first time, so on the right when you're walking back up. Six of Sorry, I had to think about how many were there. Six of the rooms, including yours, were occupied. Two of them were empty when you walked past them.
Could I rewind time a little bit and just test to see whether or not the empty door was, or the door of the empty room was locked?
Yeah, yeah, of course. Well, there were six, including yours, so there were 4 rooms that were empty, because there were 10 rooms,
Ah,
right?
okay.
10 rooms.
Whichever the first one was.
Of course, of course, of course. Yeah,
Whatever the first empty room was.
yeah, yeah,
Just jiggle the door. Is it
yeah.
locked?
It's locked.
Okay, I would like to pick that lock.
Picking the lock. Go ahead and roll me. Go ahead and roll me a stealth. Was it sleight of hand? Sleight of hand check. Yes. I believe that's the one. Yeah.
18 plus 10, 28.
Amazing. So yeah, you look at this and you go, oh, it's just a click, and it just you barely even try. It's just like and you slide it open, and you slide it open. Yeah, I'm just gonna leave it at that. What would you like to do?
Take a quick look. Is there any luggage above, below the seats, anywhere?
This one is completely empty. It doesn't
Damn
look
it.
it doesn't look
Pause
like
it.
anybody doesn't look like anybody was in this one.
Okay,
Mhm.
okay. Close.
Mhm.
Go to the next closed one,
Done.
or locked door.
Yep.
Doing the same thing.
Same thing.
Okay.
Do it again.
Much less. 15.
15. So it takes you a little while, but you do manage to get it open. Yes.
Okay. Look.
Look inside.
Luggage.
This one does look like someone is in this room.
Great. Oh, they're in the room?
Like someone has used this room. So someone
Oh,
someone
thought I
has
just-
No, sorry. No, you did specify the next empty room. So when you walked by and looked in, you were like, I don't see anybody. And you tried the door. So you're good.
Got it. I'm going to take that suitcase, close and relock the door, and head to our cabin.
Excellent. So as soon as you close and lock the door, the bartender comes racing past you. Excuse me, and just kind of pushes you over, right? Just to, like, push you to the side. Excuse me. I pardon. I'm so sorry. Next drink is on me. And keeps walking.
Okay. And I'll go into our room.
Back to your room. Excellent. Let's since we're catching up on time here, let's get to Maeve and Rembrandt. So Maeve, you ran out of the room going like, I don't know what's happening. And Rembrandt decided to stay behind to help deal with Ter. So what are you doing as you're exiting this hall? And might I add, you exit the hall, you start to walk down, and that's when the bartender, you hear the bartender, they do basically the same thing. They walk past you and excuse me, and they kind of give you a little bit of a bump as they walk past.
So you said this isn't a big ship.
Correct.
Okay. Do I I think I'm going around going like, Caius, where'd you go? So I don't know if I heard from down the hall whether the people ran into him or I spot him from the corner of my eye or anything like that.
Yeah. So you definitely hear the bartender bump into Caius, right? And you hear him exclaim, I'm so sorry. Your next drink is on me, as they exit past further down the hall, and there's just a slight bend in the hall. So as you turn the bend, you see Caius re-entering into the room, but Caius, you do not see Maeve. You're just preoccupied with the bartender. All right, well, and you just back into your room, and so you see him enter your room, and he actually he's being a little secretive about it. Let's see if you notice that he's holding onto a suitcase that or let's see if you actually notice that. Let's do a perception check. Let's see how well you roll and see if you even notice that you're like, hold on a second.
Perception. Normal roll. Huh. I rolled a 7.
I rolled a 7. So you see him enter the room. You see him enter with a luggage, and you're just like, and you're like, oh, we have luggage.
I didn't get a luggage. And I just, I guess I go towards the cabin, and because I'm curious.
Of course, of course. So you arrive at the cabin. You're able to enter into your own cabin easily without and you notice Caius, who is now standing there, and I presume Caius, you have already opened and started to go
Yeah.
through this luggage. Yeah.
Up with the case, I pass her the first thing that I grab and just go, see if this fits you.
Okay, I grab it. Do I have to decide what it is, or do you decide what it is?
I'm gonna roll to
Do you
see.
have a list?
I'm gonna roll to see what it is.
Nice.
I don't have a list, but I have one in my head. So let's see how it goes. Don't have a pre-made list. All right. So Caius hands you a shirt. It's a very nice flowery shirt, with some frills around the collar. Yeah.
Okay, I look at it and judge it a little bit.
Yeah.
Okay, fine, whatever, and I put it on.
Blue flowers, right?
Blue flowers.
Yeah, blue flowers on like a gold background. Yeah, it's kind of nice, right? And it is very long arms, but quite tight around the waist. So whoever normally wears this is just a slightly like either A, likes their shirts very tight, or is slightly smaller than you, but they have much longer arms than you.
Oh boy. Okay. I guess I like try and roll the sleeves up because I was just kind of like,
Nice.
I was like, ugh.
Nice.
Roll them up.
Excellent. Guys, you're still rifling through.
And what
I
else is in there?
lost Rembrandt and Ur. Well, actually, I don't know if Ur made it back into the room.
Well, Ur is still. You've just left the bar, so Ur is technically still there. Rembrandt. Actually, yeah. Let's see. So after the bartender took off, what did you do? Are you gonna try and follow Maeve?
Yeah, I guess I'll try and follow my my party members.
Excellent. And are you, and just for the sake of, just because I'm curious, are you going quickly, slowly, taking your time, just like sneakily, just, I don't know,
Just walking.
just walking? Amazing. So you turn that little tiny S, Z, whatever you want to call it, curve that leads towards into the hallway, and you don't see anyone because by now no one is in the hall, right? And you slowly make your way down the hallway, and when you get to your room, I mean, it's pretty obvious that there's a lot of commotion happening in that room compared to the other rooms you passed by. You just see like a flurry of like shirts and pants and other types of things just flying through the air, and you see Maeve is now wearing a very flowery shirt.
It's a lovely color.
You think so?
No.
Yeah, I don't either. Are you
What
sure
exactly? Hmm?
Sorry, you go.
Oh, how courteous. What exactly are we trying to look like?
I was aiming for fancy, so I decided to borrow some fancy clothes from one of our neighbors.
Oh, fancy. Like
Yeah.
this? I'm going to cast Disguise Self, and I want to look like a beautiful elven man in really nice robes.
Excellent. So yeah,
What?
you cast such a thing, and yeah, suddenly, would you like to describe how that comes about onto you?
Purple light just kind of ripples from feet to head slowly, and I just, subtly change into a different person.
Nice, 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 nice. And so now standing in front of you is as Rembrandt has a Rembrandt anew, if you will.
Is this Mao what we are looking for?
I gotta think yes.
Yeah.
Is this your plan? Because I, where's the, where's or did you guys just leave him in the bar?
I'm
Yeah.
sure he is taken care of.
Is that part of it, or are you doing that?
Yeah, does the spell do the voice too?
Yes, I can disguise my appearance, my voice, even my clothes.
Can you do that for the rest of us?
Hmm. No,
Oh,
I would make it pretty. So not a fan of the shirt.
not a fan
Me-
of the shot. Do you have something else?
I don't know. Let's find out. I keep rummaging.
You keep rummaging. It doesn't take you very long to get through the entire bag. Like while it is a carry-on, so it's a good size carry-on, and it has basically like 5 days worth of clothes in it. Whoever owns this has pants, has a long flowing like it's a skirt, but it's that. Someone help me. It's where it's not attached, so it's like it's a wraparound skirt. There you go. There's the word I'm looking for. It's a
Hey.
wraparound skirt. Wraparound skirt with like a very soft, distressed looking material. Couple pairs of pants, shirts. Yeah, and then that's sandals. Yeah, there's a pair of sandals in there.
How
Are
many
there-
toes for the sandals?
Regular size,
Oh,
regular
okay.
sandals. Yeah, regular type sandals.
Are there any
Um,
hats?
There is no hats. There are no hats
Oh.
in this one. There is a scarf. Couple of scarves that can be used as a head wrap, I guess, if you want.
I
Yeah,
take one and I use it as a head wrap
done.
to conceal my horns. It's not even really well done. It's just kind of like, yeah.
Excellent, excellent, excellent. Yeah. This person has the scarves are the three scarves, orange, red, and ivory. So it's up to you which one you would like to
Ooh.
choose.
I will take the orange one.
Orange one it is, done and done. Yeah. So Caius, inspecting the clothes again, very much similar to how I described the shirts, right? Whoever wears this likes their shirts like they're tight on them, but they have very long arms compared to compared to Maeve. In any case, because that's the first person who's tried on a shirt so far. You look at the shirts and you can clearly tell though that while you are svelte in your frame, you would probably, to coin a phrase, hulk out through these.
Right.
Yeah. Um, yeah. Same with the pants. Pants are
Uh, Fortunately, I don't think they're quite my style. It's not. It's not. It's not giving. What I mean. Um. Yeah. I'll try a different car. Are you happy? Do you want pants? Do you like the wraparound skirt? Do you want anything else from this? Dave?
Um, no, I think I'm okay like this. I'm not
All right.
really sure what
You're,
I'm meant to look like, but
you're
I feel like
perfect.
nobody can recognize me.
No one will recognize you.
I don't recognize you.
I
was
didn't
think-
know this guy. I couldn't have recognized him from before.
That's a good point. What are you gonna wear?
Also-
You should try something else.
Yeah. I'm gonna go rob somebody else. I mean, borrow from.
of course, of course, of course, of course. So as
Okay, can I come with you?
I would
What?
like to come as well.
as you all exit the cart, you see two medium-sized um, uh, uh, people. One of them looks humanoid. The other one is clearly a half orc, and both helping, carrying Tuur towards your down the hall. It's not very not very large, not a very big, like maybe two people. So this is two people wide. So three people trying to one of them is half orc trying to like carry Tuur towards your room is it's very precarious and awkward down this hall. So yeah, you see them coming down, and behind them is the bartender who's like, "Be careful, watch his head. That is the head that holds
It is the king.
The
It
head
is
that
the king.
yeah, the head that
Your
holds
Majesty, Your
the
Majesty.
crown. Oh jeez.
Oh yeah, your highness.
Oh, is a dwarven king. Did you not know?
I've known him forever, and he never mentioned it. I can't believe.
He is very private.
Is this is your room? Is it not? Yes. Put him down. Put him down carefully. Yes. Good. I'm terribly sorry it took so long to get him to your room. But we made sure that we patted his head so that the crown could still fit. I guess.
I would totally wake
Excellent.
up, but I rolled a 2 on my next roll, so
Excellent. You've done well. The entire realm of the dwarf will appreciate what you.
They're so proud.
Thank you. And he like looks very confused and just kind of like bows and like backs up, and then like
I tip him.
hits his friend and oh thank you hits his friend and then like forces them to like bow as they back away, and they turn the L and they're back into they've disappeared from your sight.
Oh. Damn it. I've asked for
What
more.
nice people.
Yeah.
For a quick sidebar, for those of you in chat who are probably a little confused as to why Chase is now speaking with a French accent,
It's kind of French.
It's fun. It's close enough. Just a quick information for all those of you who are a little confused. In this world of the Legion stories that Koi has been a part of creating. At one point, the decision was made, and correct me if I'm wrong here, Koi, that in order to convey that everyone was speaking in a different language or speaking with perhaps an accent of a different language.
yeah, different people have different native languages
Yes,
or
and
first languages.
yeah, and so the people of the OG Monday Night Legion crew started assigning different languages, different accents to various languages within the realm, and French has the honor of being an Elvish language. I'll say honor. Being French,
Oh, yeah,
being
as it
French,
should be.
being French myself, I will say honor. Of being Elvish. So that is why now Chase is speaking with a Frenchish accent to complement his now French look.
Superb.
So Caius, you wanted to try and rob another. Borrow from another. Borrow from another. Yeah.
See if we can be more successful with this.
Yeah.
If anything, can I locate the car of the guy whose wallet I stole earlier?
Yes. I
Yeah,
mean,
yeah,
like
yeah.
again, just walking down the hall, you can just look into the different rooms.
Yeah.
Yeah. Walking down the hall, you see that you see the room that they're in. It's him and two other people. One of them looks female presenting, and the other looks male presenting. So there's three of them in that room. They look like they're in a lively debate. Walking down the hall, you see the other rooms. You find the other. You found two. You find the other two rooms that are empty. The other ones, the people are still in them. the closest thing you have to potentially sneaking into one of them was one person is clearly asleep, like in this sort of pose, as people do, right, when they're traveling and they just fall asleep in their chair. But their compatriot, you couldn't see their face, but they're reading a book. Their face was covered by a book, so you could not see movement from them, but the book being held in front of their face. I mean, you can try, but they could just be reading.
Seems risky business on that
Yes,
one.
but again, it is like I said, it is quite easy to spot the other two rooms that are empty.
Yeah, so I'll test the door of the next empty room.
Excellent.
I assume it's locked.
Mm-hmm.
I'm following
Yes.
behind him.
Yes, all the empty
I
rooms.
also follow.
Keep an eye out real quick.
For Uber.
Hey, I'm on. I'm on. Don't worry.
Okay,
don't worry.
okay.
Look at the draw.
Or
23 to pick this lock.
Yeah, again, it's one of those. Yeah, just keep an eye. Man, that's just so easy. Basically, it's like
I really should start a security consultant airship.
This is the lockpicking lawyer.
So upon entering this room, this one is empty. No one.
Okay.
It looks like
Well-
no one has been in this room.
We'll check the last one.
Done.
I have not rolled below a 12 today. This is no exception. It's a 25.
Okay,
What?
again. Now you got the knack of this. You know exactly, like, you're just like, yeah, I just do this, click, and it's just open. Yeah, and
Any luggage in this one?
in this one again, empty. This one is not. This one's not being used.
Perhaps we
Oh.
can
Go back.
ask someone for clothes.
I don't
What are you
think
talking
they'll
about?
give us clothes.
If we ask nicely, perhaps they will give us some clothes.
I've asked people many more reasonable requests than that, and it has not gone over well for me before. You can try if you would like.
I'd be
Or
happy to.
we could go back to that room, but the guy who may be reading but may be sleeping, and try and steal from those people.
What do you want to do, Rembrandt? You want to try your thing first?
I will go wherever I am swept off to.
Oh, Rembrandt,
that
you're
as a-
beautiful, charming.
Is that a yes?
I'm not sure.
Okay.
What do you want
I
to
just-
do, Caius?
Oh, well, my initial idea was to go down into the luggage room, which there is a luggage compartment. We've already located it, but it is a little bit more visible. So maybe we could go there. You guys create a distraction. I slip in. Let's see what we find.
Roll for me a what's the one I want you to roll again? Caius, roll for me wisdom.
Good stuff.
Wisdom. I have another option for you.
Okay.
Another option. Let's see if you remember this option.
It fell off the table.
Oh no, doesn't
Oh,
count.
no.
Has to roll on the table.
Yes. Right. Hey, you know how I was saying that I was having a hot hand? Well, it's an 8 total, so...
Yeah, no, you're like there's something nagging. You're like, but there's. No, I don't remember. I was gonna suggest that you remember that there was another luggage in the room that you lockpicked earlier that you stole the original, but you don't remember. You don't remember if you saw another luggage in that room.
Yeah. Well, I'm at a loss, gang.
Well, I think we can create a distraction while you sneak in, right, Rembrandt?
I suppose I could put on a performance of some kind.
Yeah, let's do that. What can we do? Okay, I can.
Is there an intercom for this airship?
I don't. There must be, right?
a way to speak to people, the masses.
At any point while we were on the airship, have we heard like the captain try to speak to the passengers at all?
Yes, you have.
I also don't know if that technology exists.
You have. You have. You have.
Okay.
It's very rudimentary. It's very much think. I like to imagine it. I don't know. Anytime I think of any steampunk, my brain automatically goes to like the 50s, 60s, like, you know, like that's that classic like in today's news, like that sort of like crackling sound, and so yes, you did hear the announcement, of the captain saying, earlier but you guys were like eating and talking, so you kind of just skipped over it, but you did hear the announcement of like, this trip is only going to take about 45 minutes, so please enjoy any refreshments, that sort of thing. Um, yeah. So
Okay.
yeah.
So I can cast a spell that can sort of make it seem like the ship is in danger. I can like make the windows open and close a bit and like make some booming sounds and make the ground shake a bit, and then like maybe we can freak out and make it seem like the ship is in danger, and then people will like freak out.
Excellent. And I will be on the intercom to distract people and tell them what to do.
Yeah, and maybe I'll like panic and try and like make people help my friend who won't wake up in the cabin, and I'll like try and get people to help me get him out.
Yes, we need to wake up the king.
We need to wake up the king.
Okay, is he actually a king? If I wasn't there for that, did he say something?
I don't know. I just kind of went along with it.
Okay.
Is he a king?
You'll have to ask him.
When he wakes up, we'll have to ask him.
All right. Here's the plan. Why not? Okay. Simplify this. Dave, you're gonna come with me into the main part of the cabin where the luggage compartment room door is.
Okay.
Rembrandt, you're gonna wait here. As soon as Maeve starts the kerfuffle, he's gonna start funneling people towards you. You're super concerned about the king. You're his attendant. Get them to help him. You don't know what you're doing. Meanwhile, I'll be in the back. I'll slip down, see what I can find, come back.
Perfect.
Okay. Let's do that.
It would definitely work.
Yes. I agree.
100%. Foolproof. It's gonna be fine.
Amazing. All right, so who would like to start us off?
I will wait my cue.
I guess we have to get close to. So, what I would be casting would be thaumaturgy, which I can do like 3 things maximum at a time. But it's within 30 feet. So I guess like wherever I have to be, like 30 feet from that, I'll cast it.
Yeah. It basically it's like a 30-foot radius around you.
Oh,
right?
radius. Okay. I thought it was kind of like a target 30 feet. Okay, cool.
Yeah,
so like
it's like you pick what you want it to do, but like you have 30 feet around, like, you know what I mean?
Okay.
Right, so you can do
So-
one thing 30 feet that way and one thing 30 feet
Right.
this way.
Right.
Right, like
you're
you're
right.
you're the center point. You just go, I want over there the door to open and close. I want over here. I want the spoons to clack. Over here, I want that sort of thing.
Right. Okay. So Caius proposed that I follow him. So I'm gonna follow him to like where I need to stop, and then 30 feet from me. Whenever we're ready. Are we ready?
Excellent. And before we go for a quick second though, Rembrandt, how are you going to pass along the message? Are you just going to like come in and
I think I was told to like wait by the cabin door, and people are going to be funneled towards me. Is that what's happening?
Gotcha. Okay. Yes. Okay. Cool. I just because I for a second I was like, did I miss the part where, because you asked about did the captain make announcements? So I was like, did I miss the part where you're going to do an announcement over that? No. Okay. Cool.
I was going to. I think we're skipping that though.
Gotcha.
I'm gonna talk to the people in person.
Excellent. Okay. Cool. I just for a second I was like, did I miss something? But no. Okay. Good. It just wasn't there. Good. Perfect. All right. begin your chaos.
Okay. So just tell me when, Caius. I'm gonna follow you, and then tell me when to start.
Cool. Let's head into the main room, where like all the seating and everything was. And I'll just whisper to Maeve, wait until I'm at the other end of the room, and go time.
Okay. I give him a thumbs up, and I turn around and give Rembrandt a thumbs up.
Cool. So it doesn't take
I'll
very
make my way. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. I was gonna say it doesn't take very long for Caius to make it to the other end, right? You pass by the drinks trolley as you go by. It's again, the passageway is large enough for two people, and so you easily just kind of squeeze around, and then the walking to the other half is pretty easy because again, everyone is sitting down. So everyone is 45-minute flight, so everyone's just like, I'll just sit here, read my book, fall asleep. I don't know, whatever. Yeah. So you've made it to the other end.
Okay, I scream, "Oh my god! Something is happening to the ship!" And to the door 30 feet down the hall, I make it open and close, and I make the ground there shake a little bit, and make thunder go off in some vague distance, maybe above the ship.
Okay. I'm just rolling a boatload of d20s on my phone here just to see how people react. And wow, that's a really interesting roll. Yeah. Okay. So for the most part, people start to get worried. You have a small handful, like about 5 people who are clearly nervous flyers and who are now panicking. And one person is, "Won't someone think of the children?" As they just get up and start running around, and you're like, no one sees any children on this flight, so anyways, you have a couple of people who are rustled from their sleep and who are obviously confused and don't know what's happening. A couple other people are looking around to see where the source of this is coming from. So you are creating a bit of chaos. The person who with the coffee trolley is clearly a little surprised and is like, everyone stay calm. Everything will be fine. We sometimes have some turbulence. We weren't expecting any. But don't worry. The captain will make an announcement if anything is important, and just everyone can stay seated. Normally, the captain would have said something by now if something really is important, unless he himself is not well and is now knocked out cold because he probably got jostled. Excuse me, and they run towards the front. This obviously has created a bit more chaos, as now the people who were nearby are now going, "I'm sorry, what about the captain? What, why is there no phalange? There's no phalange on this airship." So you have your chaos, Caius.
Go through that door.
Excellent. As you are you trying to like see if it's locked, is it not locked, that sort of thing, or are you just gonna like?
I'll turn the handle.
Yeah. As you turn the handle itself turns and the door opens as you opens without you even trying, as someone comes out of that. Excuse me, please sit down, sir. And they try to shove you into the seat beside. Clearly, there's someone already sitting there, so you just kind of get pushed into someone who's already seating. Whoa,
hey, watch it, man.
Hey, no, I'm sorry. Everyone, sit. What's going on? What? And then they run towards the front because they're obviously looking for someone that they cannot find.
I would like to slip into the door.
You slip into the door. Excellent. Yeah. Yeah. So walking into this, you go down a set of stairs. It kind of spirals down to just one floor, and it's a shorter floor. So when you're in there, you do kind of feel you are tall enough to be not hit your head, but it's that kind of that kind of ceiling where you're just like you just do this instinctually because you're just like you're worried that you might be too tall. You know what I mean? And you're down there, and it's the luggage. Everything is quite neatly packed up against the sides with a nice row down the middle. And it's luggage. There's not a lot because it's
would like to try and spot what it would be the most fancy suitcase. or fancy
Investigation,
looking suitcase.
please. Investigation. Let's see if we can investigate your way into a fancy suitcase.
That one.
Oh, shit. Great
So-
roll, Neil.
So
Welcome to my rolls today.
Been a lot of shit rolls today, man.
I'm surprised Kaya still hasn't not Kaya, sorry,
Woken up.
is still sleeping through all of this.
I rolled a perception check in the background for all this chaos, and my result was an 8. Just so.
At some point, he should wake up. I feel bad.
At some point.
What
you
kind of dwarf is he?
looking around. It's dark.
He's sleepy.
It's dark down
Sorry.
here. It's okay. It's dark down here. There is one light that halfway down, and there's a table and a chair directly underneath that light. So clearly that's the only light that's in this underground section that's been left on anyways at this time. You take a quick peek around. It's really hard for you to see, and you're sort of hearing that the commotion upstairs is. You think maybe it's dying down. You're not sure, so you're like, oh look. Brown looks leather. Grab, and you just grab like the closest reasonable size, bigger, twice the size of the luggage that you grabbed the last time, and it's brown bag. Looks fancy in the dark.
Okay, I just go quantity over quality, and I run out.
Excellent. As you run out, no one is at the door, and the hostess, the air host, the person who was doing the cart earlier, is now at the front. And everyone, I've spoken with the captain. He doesn't know what we're talking about. I've told him he's crazy. He told me I'm crazy. But everyone can sit down. Everyone, the captain says everything is fine. He will make an announcement, but he doesn't see the point. But I've assured him. And then all of a sudden you hear over there, ladies and gentlemen, please sit down. I don't know what is happening, but I have not seen any or experienced any turbulence. So if everyone can please just calm down, sit down. We will be serving the snacks in just 5 minutes, and we will be arriving at our destination in 20. So if people can just please calm down. Again, there is nothing going on outside. All I see is clear skies from here until the sunny shores of Lumbara. Thank you very much. Goodbye. You've heard him. Everyone can sit down. I'll be grabbing the snacks very shortly. And she turns around.
Can I cast the minor illusion?
Sure.
Cantrip.
Sure.
I would like to replicate the captain's voice as I just heard it over the intercom, and I would like to deceive all the people within a 30-foot radius that the captain is saying, we're all going to die.
Let me pull out my pile of D6s again here. Give me a second here. Let me just, yeah. All right, here we go. All right, here we go. And let's just roll those D6s. It's nice to have a dice app that you can roll, like, you know, a whole bunch of D6s on
Everything, yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so, there's... I'm not rolling with this thing anymore. A lot of ones. A lot of ones and twos. I'm apparently the luck of the dice rolls from Tour have now transferred to Caius, are now transferring to me as they slowly trickle down our screen. So the people are now in an uproar. Some people are demanding snacks and coffee at the same time, not just one at a time. How preposterous it is!
Ridiculous.
How preposterous it
Chaos.
is! How preposterous it is that that on their last days on this planet, crashing down a very slow-moving airship that they could not enjoy their cookies and their hot drink at the same time. The commotion starts to build up again, and the host comes back, and this time the person who was from the downstairs comes back and is like, "What? Did the captain just say that? Is that true? the person's like, what? He told me everything was fine. I don't know. Everyone, assume the position. Everyone sit down, please. Everyone safety position. Everyone heads down. And they rush to their chair. You see the host moving someone out of their chair and shoving them into another chair. This is my chair, and they sit down and this is the position I've been told, and they completely like curl themselves up and around and over. Some people are following. Other people are just like, yeah, they're not having it.
All right.
They're just, yeah.
I have one more thing I would like to do.
Uh-huh.
I'm going to address the masses. Everyone, please. This is happening because the one true God, Ao, is angry. He is angry with you for not reviving the Dwarven King. And the only way to appease him is to worship him by helping this dwarf. Otherwise, we are all going to die. And should I roll a deception check for that?
Yes, please.
Alright. That'd be a 17 plus a 9.
Yeah, cool. So, you have a couple people who are like, oh yes, of course, and they're like, they don't know exactly. Some of them are not sure like how to. They're like, yes, God of, Awayo, you said? I wasn't paying attention. I'm sorry, this person was yelling in my ear. You have another person at the back who goes, I'm a doctor, I can help. In training, but I'm a doctor, I can help. And they move forward. Anything to appease the gods? I guess.
The one God,
Oh,
not the other ones, just the one.
Sure. Yes. I mean, we do live in a polytheism, but anyways, let's go. Let's continue. Show me to this dwarf king that I must heal.
I do, and I'm hoping by the time they reach him, everything stops.
So my question right now is and this is about like this is purely because of the mechanics of donning medium armor, which takes 5 minutes. How long has it been since since Rembrandt pretended to be the captain and said we're all gonna die? Between that point and when the doctor in training comes to the door of the cabin where Ur is.
It takes a good 3 to 5-ish minutes. So if Ur snapped awake when that message was laden, you'll be just finishing putting on your armor as they arrive, because there is a bit of a hustle and bustle as this person has to make their way through the masses to then, but then once they're past that, which is not that very far, then it's easy sailing. Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Cool. Okay, so I'm not gonna kick the door into their face, but great. Great. So yeah, you'll find to order like finishing. I'm gonna post it in our group chat, but I'll describe it for our audience. He is finishing donning his full half plate armor. Very different look. Everything was kind of bundled in a single thing, so all of the like leather under armor and all that stuff was a part of this package of military gear, which he was choosing not to wear, but having heard this massive commotion, kind of jumped out of this dead sleep and immediately just went to donning his armor. So he's wearing full plate chest, the shoulders, a large dwarven circular metal shield. There's like a chainmail that comes down around his thighs, and a little bit of armor on his legs, but it's just half plate mechanically. He has a large, what almost looks like a baseball bat. It's like a large piece of wood that mechanically would count as a staff. This is the haft of an old battle axe, the blade of which has been shattered long ago, leaving it just as a blunt bludgeoning weapon. And as you enter, as he's finishing the final straps, it's like, all right, I knew it was time to go. Let's go. Where's the enemy? I knew you'd need me.
You've saved him.
This person who this doctor in training who came back as, did I
Out of my way, wee one. Where's the enemy at? We're just gonna throw this little guy against the bulkhead, just like burst into the hallway, kind of looking back and forth. All right. Where are we going? Where's the enemy? Where's the fight?
As you burst through, there's a commotion of screams of ah as people like just freak out suddenly seeing a dwarf in full plate just coming in screaming, and everyone is now panicked. Clearly having never, most of these people having never really seen anybody, probably from the military or whatnot, sort of idea, right? They're just common city folk. They're like, they know the military and the exist, but they're like, I don't know, right? And so not expecting, especially this on just a short trip to Lambara, they're just going for like a day trip or something, like so
all non-combatants, get behind me. Let me at him, out of the way, just shoving himself through, trying to find an enemy.
Amazing. The baggage attendant comes up beside you and is just like, oh, good thing you're here, sir. Yes. I don't know where. I think they were outside. I think the commotion was out, but there was also the clacking of the door. I honestly, I really don't know what's happening anymore. I just want to go down.
All right, stay away from the windows. The danger's outside.
Oh my God! And everyone.
We're just gonna run to the window. I'm gonna roll an intelligence check.
What is happening?
I don't know. I've been holding this die in my hand because like 30 minutes ago I was gonna roll it for something, but I haven't had a chance to roll it yet, so I'm just gonna keep. It's this die. It's because I'm holding this die. That's why the commotion keeps happening.
So, yeah, Oda runs to the window, opens the window, and a lot floods back in terms of where he is. He says, takes him, like, stumbles back a little bit in a moment of lack of confidence, and then goes, it's a flying foe.
Is now into the is now into the, like, the main area there?
Yeah, he's in the main area with all the common folk, if you will, not like not in the VIP section, the regular section at the back.
Could I pass the suitcase that I found to Maeve and be like, yes, and then make my way over to her and just be like, hey, bud. You're awake.
Aye, in time to protect us and the ship. Now grab a weapon. There's something around outside. I can't hear you. Oh, no. I can't hear you now.
We're good. We're good.
Aye, you and me together, we should be fine. I don't trust any of the rest of these fools to protect the ship.
No, it was me. It was me and Brambrad.
Oh, it was a bit of sneakery.
So every tour I get to practice by rolling up my R's. Tour. Please roll for me. Please roll for me a perception check, please.
Happily. Perception is gonna be 13.
Yeah, so upon hearing this like trickery thing, right? You take a second and you're like, and by now thaumaturgy is done. Thaumaturgy only lasts like a minute unless you decide to commit to continuing. And I'm assuming that once all this sort of happened, you correct me if I'm wrong, Maeve, but I'm assuming Maeve kind of was like, oh god, and probably was no longer really concentrating on continuing the commotion since it was just doing it on its own.
Yeah, I was just kind of like, this is way bigger than I wanted to make it. I don't know, and I just kind of stood there, like try and not be noticed, and like try and blend into the wall, and
Yeah, yeah. So it's like all the clacking of the door, the rustling, the sound, all that. It now there's not there anymore. It's just not there.
We did it,
Um,
everyone.
Okay. I am gonna try a deception check here, where I go, "Oh, right." It gives you a little wink. It says, "Well, everyone, well done. This was a test. This was a trial of the emergency response. You all did very well. Back to your cabins and your places that you were before the test, which this was." Gives a wink. Everyone else? That is going to be a 4.
I think I better help out with that.
Please,
The
please,
help action? You give me the help action?
please do.
Amazing.
I-
I will roll online here. That is a 7.
Um,
Oh my god.
for the
oh,
for the because I think it's hilarious. Because
I haven't rolled over a 10 tonight.
Because I think it's hilarious. Because you are now standing beside Rembrandt, and you seem to be like, yes, yeah, and Rembrandt is nodding, right? Because of this, everyone is now, because everyone believed Rembrandt wholeheartedly before. A lot of people are now a little confused. No, let's say a lot confused, but a lot of them are like, oh, okay. Okay. All right then. Sure. Okay. Do we still pray to the god?
Yes, you pray to the god, yes.
Oh, but
I
this was
pray to whatever god you like.
right. But this was just a test, so that was part of the test. So I don't really have to, right?
Yes, your piety was also part of the test.
Oh,
Yes.
okay. All right.
Yes.
Okay. Sure.
Wasn't it, my elvish friend? Do I have any idea who this elf guy is?
Oh, yeah, he's always annoying Rembrandt.
No, no, you
I'm
don't.
going to use Awaken Mind to speak telepathically to him.
Oh shit. Okay.
Okay. And I say, I need you to shut up and let me speak.
Can I respond telepathically?
You can't respond.
You can't respond
It's
to-
a one-way connection.
But you. But
Okay,
you,
I'll
but
get.
You, you can't
there'll
respond.
be a very just stone face, and then just like.
just like,
This is your captain speaking. Please everyone sit down. We are starting our descent into Limbara space. No, sorry, not Limbara space. Because we're not going to Limbara. We are starting our descent. Please sit down. And everything is fine. Everything is fine. Thank you. Like, even I forgot that we're not going directly to Limbara yet. Oh my god.
Right.
Um,
yeah.
And on that note, everyone feels a slow descent happening with the airship. Anybody who decides to look out the window will clearly see that you are coming to a small town, which has a very basic port. The very basic port meaning that the ship has to go all the way down to the ground. So this is why the captain is now saying we need to start our descent, even though you still have about 10-15 minutes until you make it there. Yeah, so let's go back to our cabin, I guess, and see what we find in our
At this point, yeah, Order's just gonna like follow Rembrandt quietly and just take his lead.
Oh my god.
I hold his hand.
Aww. You could so easily get
This battle
kidnapped.
I almost want to say you find like some sort of familiar comfort in this, as if you've done this before, with this exact same hand. Um, so I presume you look in the bag when you once you get back.
Yes.
Excellent, excellent. So
and when we get back, I'll dismiss the disguise self spell as well.
done and done. So once you get there, you open up the bag. Upon now seeing it in better lighting, it's not as nice of a bag as you were expecting it to be before, but it's still not bad. Like it was once a very nice bag. It's just well worn, well used, well used. You are in luck. Inside this bag, there is a lot of clothes, a lot of clothes, but a lot of like white shirts and brown pants and brown shorts and a couple of off-white shirts and ivory shirts, some socks, some of them with holes in them, but a lot of clothes, a couple of pair of shoes, simple shoes, yeah, but clothes, and they would fit you. They do look like they would fit you.
Would they anything like could the shorts maybe wear as well?
Oh yes.
If we want to give him a disguise. Okay, cool.
Yeah. Or can wear these as well. They'll be tight.
Don't wear disguises.
Yeah, they'll be a little tight on him, but yeah, you can definitely wear the shorts. They'll look more like capri pants for him, but you know, that sort of thing. Yeah.
If there are enough clothing, I take off what I put on before, except for the scarf. I keep the scarf and I grab a pair of pants and any of the off-white shirts and put them on.
Nice. Awesome. Let's just fast forward this a little bit, unless sorry, let's fast forward this bit a little bit. That was a lot of bits. Unless there's anything, unless there's anything pressing that y'all would like to finish off in the airship. We're good.
I think Or's gonna push back on wearing a disguise.
Okay. Cool.
He's fully armored now. Unless we want to get into it, he's just gonna be like, "I'm all right. A bodyguard is very often overlooked, no matter what."
But you're a king.
No. No, I don't think so.
Would you like to be? That can be
Oh,
your
is that one of
disguise.
your sneakiness things, aye. The king would have much grander armor. He goes off on like a very long description, kind of like someone talking about their car.
And that whole conversation happens for the next 10-15 minutes, and at the very end, you know, Ura's like, and that is why I am not, and that is why the king, and it's just like, by now the conversation has gone in a completely different, like, left turn, did a U-turn, went up and then around,
Which
right?
is why clearly no one who knows anything about dwarven armor would consider me a king wearing this. I mean, come on, it's obvious, as I just said.
And you feel
Ah.
the airship. You feel the airship has now. You feel it hit land. Right, as it does the little like clunk, right, and just kind of it does a little bit of a bounce and then settles.
Nice.
As you walk off, the hostess is thank you, and handing off like cookies. Thank you. Please fly with us again. Thank you. This is not.
Thank you, and no, never.
And this is this is not normal, but she clearly is just like, please, thank you. You exit the airship into this dusty waste desert-like area. You see off in the distance. You see some buildings. A lot of them are made of wood. A few of them are made of rock, up to about maybe 1 story, and then after that, the taller ones rise up with wood, and there's not a lot of, compared to Forge City. This is like very much, think of it like the Wild Wild West sort of idea, right? It's not as sparse as that sort of, you know, Wild West desert town. It is a sizable community, but um, it is not as as elaborate. Any kind of technology that you would sort of normally take for granted, seeing in Forge City is not here. It's very sparse. Like the odd contraption here and there that you're like, oh yeah, that's to pump water from the ground or that sort of thing, right? But that's about it, right? It takes you about 30 feet to walk from the airship to the first building, which is the building that is you know, accepting the travelers, and then and walking through. There's some people who are asking if you'd like information about this town. Everyone, roll for me a perception check.
9.
18.
Dirty 20.
11.
Excellent, excellent, excellent. So, Tuur, you notice the odd armor here and there, but you're more. I would say you're probably more distracted with the surroundings. You've
Relieved to be back on the ground.
Yeah, yeah. Relieved to be back on the ground. You do see the odd armor with a. Sorry, Maeve. What did you roll again?
11.
With an 11, you definitely notice the odd glint of, and you notice solar knights walking around. Yeah, and however that makes you feel. You notice them as you like enter into that first building that was like 30 feet away. Right there's one of them at the door. As you're walking through, you see the odd one positioned here and there around the room. And then for our dirty 20 and our almost dirty 20, you notice that they are here. You see them. You see the Solar Knights. You also notice that there are towers in the distance that have the Solar Knight symbol insignia hanging from a flag. Walking through the once you're out of that first building, looking down the different down the main road, there's a lot of people rustling about, and people are tend to be giving space to the Solar Knights as they're walking down the street. Yeah. You also happen to notice a couple of them also wearing not wearing as much armor, but you notice like the solar insignia, if you will, on their cloaks, on their whatnot, right? Yeah. So you've now made it. You've now made it to this dusty desert town, and let's take a break here, and then we'll allow you to then explore and figure out how we'll get to Limbara from here. Cool.
Great.
It
Yeah.
is 8:46 by my clock. Let's say back at 9. Give ourselves a little 14-minute bio break, and maybe perhaps nibble on a snack or two. Yeah, awesome. All right. So chat, we are back at 9. We will see you in a bit, and I leave you with our music from our new 3D light show thing that I've created, which was a lot of fun to do today. For a break. Yay!
stop here.
All
This is
right.
Bat country.
Spat country. Yes, alrighty, folks. We are back. We are back. We find our heroes. They've landed. They're no longer on their 45-minute trip to this
It
to
was
this
not 45 minutes.
to this backwater to this not backwater. What am I talking? To this dusty desert town with which some half of you have noticed that there is a large contingency, auxilia, if you will, of the Solar Knights. A large, a good presence, a very solid presence, if you will, that are out and about. Yes. To remind you, right from here, as Fritz explained, it is a um, a 1 day ride by horse or carriage to get you to Lambara from here. And so, what would we like to do at this time?
Well, Maeve is already kind of like, upon seeing all these Solar Knights around, she's back to being kind of like tense. So she's gonna try to not be noticed. She's just gonna be small and quiet and mostly walk behind Caius and Rembrandt. I think Rembrandt is taller than me. Yeah, she's just gonna hope to like not be noticed.
And well, and I would say in your new disguise, it's going pretty well.
Nice.
I think.
Oh,
I think
At this point,
having
it'll
been
change.
having been chastised on the airship and clearly having a gap in time, Ur's just gonna play the bodyguard. So just like being clearly like, I am a hired mercenary protecting these people, and kind of making sure that like people stay away, and like very much like an active, not like a passive, like if someone steps in, then I'll step in, like a kind of walking in front and being like, these people are like, stay away from these people because I am here to protect them, kind of thing.
Yeah, makes sense. Yeah, people are giving you a wide berth.
What's kind of the ruling class in this town?
You mean like the? It's you notice that it's a lot of a lot of humanoids at first glance. You do see the odd gnome and or halfling, so someone who is shorter walking around, but they're not they are few. If you want to roll even further perception, I can give you a little bit more about what you see. But they look they could be human, they could be elf, they could ish. They could be half elf. They could be like they're yeah. But it's a mix. But it's mostly because again you're still within coalition territory. So that is not uncommon. Actually, it's as I mentioned earlier at the beginning of session, it's not uncommon to see a mix blend of folks. But yeah, mostly humanoids. Mostly they look human.
is this like a self-sufficient? Ooh, nice goblet.
Thank you. I wanted to be fancy. I pulled out all the stops.
Yeah.
I pulled out all the stops. I got my fancy goblet. I got my all important D20.
For the important rules.
Yeah, and then just in case, I got my extra life. Just in case. Just in case. So
Good.
Amazing.
Yeah, my question is this like a self-sufficient town, or was this like a town built out of like a single purpose? I guess it's like, is there like a market? Is there like a place of worship and
yes. So
all
yes.
the things?
Yes to all this.
Okay.
Yes to all this. Yeah, it's like it's not it's it has more than just its main road. You know what I mean? Like it's not a one street town, right? It is quite sizable. It's just that everything is just low buildings, right? Low build because everything is made of wood. Probably the tallest thing you'll see is probably a church steeple to one of the deities. That's probably the tallest thing you'll see. It's very rare to see in the skyline, or the city skyline, or the town skyline, really, any tall buildings. Everything is pretty much like 3 or 4 stories high, or lower. A lot of like I said, roof. Wooden roofs, wooden walls, that sort of thing. The odd building has their first floor made with stone, not brick, right? Stone. Um, there is a market. You can hear it off in the distance. Although this is one of those places where even just walking down the street, people have stalls everywhere. This is quite a bustling town. So it is a self-sufficient town. Um, uh, uh, but it is a self-sufficient town. It's just not very big, and it's because there's not a lot of, you can assume that because there's not a lot of the technology that you would normally see in Forge City, people are either doing everything, either relying on magic, or they are doing everything the long way, by hand, the long way. They're like, um, uh, they're 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 working the land. They're doing the thing.
Well, we should probably find horses.
Yeah. Do you think like we should like ask for information about these things at like a tavern or the market or something? That's where they would have information. That's where people gossip and talk, right?
The market's probably the best place to start, I imagine.
Yeah, someone might be able to give us some horses at the market.
Yeah. Okay, I'll be right behind you guys. And I just like
Would you like to keep holding my hand?
Actually, I'm definitely not holding hands right now because I'm playing the role of the like.
Not that kind of bodyguard.
vibe change.
Yeah, feet on solid earth, much more confidence.
Awesome. So yeah, as I mentioned, like if you're looking specifically for a market square, right? If you would have asked, because like as you're walking down this first road that you've come upon, um, uh, uh, lots of people, lots of just stalls along the sides of these houses, um, uh, um, just littering the way, and people selling this, that, and everything. Some people's stalls actually have like a cloth roof. Some of them it's just a blanket on the ground, right? And they just happen to be selling spices or fruit or vegetables or something, right? Um, but if you ask around, you ask specifically for the market. People do point you towards a little bit deeper into town. It's not that far. It's just a block or two, and there is a courtyard that opens up, quite large. Quite large. Takes a whole block, and it's just bustling with people, and yeah, everywhere you look, again, lots of people, different species walking around. Again, mostly human, or human looking, and and then of course there's a lot of the solar knights, walking around as well. Sometimes you just see the odd one or two, and sometimes you just see a full regiment just walking down the street, a regiment of 10 walking down, uh, and you notice. Actually, I'll go off of the perception rolls that you rolled earlier. Um, uh, Caius and Rembrandt, you noticed that, there are not, as I said earlier, you noticed the towers, that were off in the distance, and as you're walking deeper into town, um, uh, the closer you get to these walls, or sorry, to these towers, you see a wall. You do notice a wall. It is a simply made wall though, like just logs, not stone. But there is a wall that is in between the two towers that you saw earlier. The two towers being very far apart. Um, uh, uh, but yeah,
Hmm. The wall?
yeah. You
Good wall,
it's a good wall. It's a good wall. Yeah,
Not a very nice wall.
but a good one.
good one. Any wall is a good wall.
Agreed.
Yeah. So you make it to the market. It's a bustling market. So is there anything in particular that you're looking for? We can just do like a general roll and quick answer of some questions if you'd like. Anything in particular?
Horses for sure to help get
Yeah.
us to the destination.
a-
I think.
A stable of some kind, like
Yeah.
would probably have like a proper building or like maybe some kind of like end set up where you can even see the animal, like not like a
Or
petting zoo type of
carriages,
thing.
yeah, anything.
Yeah. The majority of the people point you to. They ask you where you happen to be going, right? Do you decide to give up the fact that you're going to Limbara, or do you keep that to yourselves? Just curious.
Or would tell the
Mm.
truth if he's given an option.
Okay. Yeah.
Ias would
Happy to
absolutely not.
speak.
Yeah, Maeve
Yeah,
would not
happy
do
to
anything.
stay quiet. Or just happy to stay quiet.
Cool.
Uh,
Yeah.
I'll just quickly look at Rembrandt. Do you want to take lead on this one? Seems like pretty good at convincing people.
Oh, if it's willed, of course.
Yeah. So they the odd people that you speak to give you a couple of different places to check out. Most of them tend to be either on the outskirts of the town, or sorry, they're all towards the outskirts of town, towards the edges of town, that run parallel to the wall. And then the odd people are also being like, yeah, but if if you're going beyond the wall, beyond the territory, then you're going to want to go to ones that are closer there. Yeah.
Can we ask somebody what the name of this town is?
Of course. They're very happy to tell you. The town's name is Harmstead.
Armstead.
Harmstead, like a farmstead except with an H. Harmstead.
Fine.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, our destination isn't walking distance, and it is outside the walls. So anywhere we can find horses for a trip like that would be appreciated.
Yeah. So yeah, the people go, oh, okay, oh, well, just be careful out there. It's okay. Yeah, your best bet. Those who are willing to offer up horses, that anybody traveling outside the wall, yeah, you have to go closer to the wall for that. Yeah.
Why do you say we have to be careful? Is there something specific we need to watch out for?
Oh, just I mean you're leaving coalition territory. Just
Oh,
and we're not very far. We're not like we're just like a day's ride from Limbara. I mean, like, things have been. There's a reason why we have a lot of solar knights in our small town here. I mean, we're just dirt farmers. We don't. We're not nothing really special, but that's why we got a couple of garrisons here. So
Good to know.
yeah.
Yeah.
The sooner we leave coalition territory, the better, I'd say.
Yeah.
All right. Well, to the wall, I suppose.
To the wall. Yeah. So making your way through the town isn't too difficult because Tuur is making a nice path for you, clearing the way, and you promptly make it to. It doesn't take you very long. Promptly make it to the wall, to one of the horse places. For some weird reason.
Stables?
Stables. Thank you. I was like the place where horses be. Yeah, stables that are near the wall.
There be horses.
There'd be horses there. Yeah. Yeah.
I actually on the way, or like when we. So this is on the outside of the wall, so we have to like pass through like a gate. Is that right?
No, you're still on. You're still
Just on
within.
the
You're
inside.
still within coalition territory. Yeah, you're still within coalition territory. You're still the town. The town goes up to the wall, and then basically the wall basically is like a delineation. There's nothing. There's no other buildings on the other
Okay.
side. Yeah, like
Cool.
people have actually built, like, this is clearly new build, but people have built new shacks and shanties sort of things up against this wooden wall. But yeah.
I think as everyone like once it's clear that we've like arrived at the stables, and as the party's kind of going in, um, when there's an opportunity to kind of speak to either a stationed soldier or like soldiers who are walking by, Uda would like to kind of just like strike up a short conversation just to kind of get a sense, talking soldier to soldier. I do have a background in soldier, just to kind of like, so like what's it like, how long you been posted, like kind of just trying to find out like what's the danger, if anything, or if it's just like a boring post, or like anything that's kind of, it's like a general kind of check.
Yeah, of course.
Not sure what you'd like me to roll for that.
I mean, you're just having a conversation, and you said yourself you have a background in that, so I would just, maybe like intelligence or wisdom, because like you're dealing with or maybe you're even like wisdom, right? Because like you're dealing with what your knowledge,
Love
right?
to do wisdom.
Yeah, do wisdom.
Okay. 18.
Nice, yeah.
Out of the basement.
Very
Yeah.
nice. There you go. So you walk up to a small group of solar knights. They're just standing, seem to be having a chat over by the wall, by a doorway at the wall, and you strike up a conversation. For sake of if you're okay with this, Koi, just for sake, I'll just give you the 411 sort of thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly.
So you find out that there are 4 garrisons of Solar Knights here, which is quite a lot. But as the townfolk had explained to you, Lembara is their main concern, because the general has been quite outspoken these past few months, and so the higher ups in the military have decided to double the forces that are at this town. Normally there would just be like 1 or 2, like one stationed, and then a second one sort of like walking their territory, and then coming back, and then it would switch off.
Yeah.
Right. So that there's always be one walking the territory and then switching off. And this has been going on for the last few years, probably almost 10-ish years, especially in certain areas where the brass, if you will, are concerned with any communities who are not part of the coalition, any of them that either have a history of potentially causing a ruckus, or they overhear something, and so they send, you know what I mean, like it's just that sort of moving of
that's good to know. So it's like, probably don't want to walk into Lambara wearing coalition colors.
No, and the thing is that it's like it's like it's not unheard of for people to go to Lambara. Lambara is a coastal town. It has very beautiful beaches, and so like if you decide to stay in the area outside of the town, right, you tend to be left alone by anybody who if you're not wanty, you tend to be left alone. But the one garrison does explain though that like they have seen some people just blatantly like get into their carriages. They don't care. They give their bags to the person who's driving the carriage, and they're very open to the fact that they're going to Limbara. Like it's almost like they don't care.
Interesting.
Yeah. and they're
Cool. Yeah.
and these folks are these folks, the way he's describing them, you're like okay, these are the rich people. These are rich people who don't care, sort of idea. Um, yeah. Um,
Cool.
yeah.
Yeah, I just throw them a couple like coppers just as a like. I know you're probably not getting enough grog. Here you go for your troubles,
Oh, they're very,
and then go meet up with the rest of the gang.
yeah, they're very thankful. They wish you luck. Cool. So the rest of the gang, you've walked into the stables. Um, it's a very, I want to say it's a very nice looking stable. It's well kept, and rightly so, since you see that half of the horses along the wall are either A, wearing Solar Knight armor, or they're wearing Solar Knight livery. And so this particular place is probably where the Solar Knights garrison their horses, right? But you do see there are quite a bunch of horses on the other side of the stables that are not that do not have any of these markings, and you're soon approached by a small humanoid who walks up to you and is like, "Can I help you? You looking for a horse? Looking for a little ride? Looking for some danger? Want some fast? Want some slow? Reliable?"
Yes, my little friend. We're looking for transportation to a destination beyond the wall.
Right. Okay. How far are you going? How long do you need the horse for? And how many horses do you need?
Oh, I'd say
I love this guy.
4 of us, so 4 horses.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. And how long? You gone for?
2 days.
2 days. Yeah. Okay. All right. 2 days. 4 horses. And anywhere in particular you're heading out, checking out the cliffs sides, or maybe the bluffs, or I don't know, just wandering in the desert, checking out some of the dirt.
Oh,
Maybe wanna
we're
go-
explorers.
Oh.
We're explorers. We'll be going a little bit of everywhere.
Oh, nice. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Make sure you get some good hunting out there, right? So there's a couple of wild boars out there that are pretty nasty. Just make sure you keep your food buried overnight. They tend to find it if you don't bury it. That's what I hear. All right, cool. So 4 horses. Yeah, okay. Yeah. Got some 4 horses over here for you. You pick of the litter. There's like 5 horses, so you don't really have the pick of the litter. This is 5 horses. Yeah, you got this is my best. This is my best horses right here. Yeah, you got thunder. You got lightning. You got horse and white horse and stupid.
Guy's my favorite. Or's gonna check on the horses to see which one's the worst, to try to identify the weak link. Maybe it's stupid, or maybe it's horse.
I think it's horse.
They are intelligent creatures.
I love it. Also gonna spend some time just getting really getting real close. Trying to get real close. Get to know these horses. Just
Yeah, sure, of course.
but also identify which one's the best.
Nature.
While he's doing
I
that.
think it's a nature.
Oh, sorry. You go. Do your
Yeah.
thing.
Nature or animal handling? Nature?
Oh, I
Okay,
forgot.
great.
I forgot. Animal handling was a thing. Yeah, animal handling. I forgot animal handling was a thing.
Nat 20.
Booyah!
Oh, yeah!
Oh, amazing! Oh wait.
Attaboy.
Wait. I need to start making this a thing. When we get a nat 20, we get a. Come on. Oh, my computer is slow. Come on! Don't do this to me now. Sad face. There we go. All right, here we go. So we got a nat 20. We got a. Come on.
Oh.
Golf clap. All right, awesome. So, nat 20. Yeah, you walk over. Stupid is currently chewing on the wood. It's just like it clearly there's like, and you when you look at the wall, there's clearly there's some beams that have just been like slowly chewed away, and it's just like it's just yeah, there's just
Stupid.
it's yeah. um uh uh but but and I will actually, no, I'll put, I was gonna say but at the end, no, I'll put at the end. Yeah, so stupid is just constantly chewing away at the wood wall. And yeah, but is a pretty good, is a pretty good horse. Like it's average, pretty good horse. Yeah. Of all the horses, yes, horse is probably not the best of them. You're looking at thunder and lightning, white horse, and stupid actually. And when you walk away, and look back again and go, really stupid, you notice, because with a 20, you notice that stupid, the etchings, there's a pattern to it, and you're like, hold on a second, right? And you're just like, and with a 20, you're just like, with a 20, I'm gonna let you roll again, and depending on how high you roll, you're gonna
I'm just gonna straight up. I'm gonna cast Speak with Animals.
cool, awesome. And you ask stupid.
I'm gonna cast Speak with Animals, and I'm gonna be like, yeah, just talk to Stupid. Like, so what's this? What's this pattern there?
It's the thing I call blar. I call it blar. I make it look nice. I'm trying to recreate something I saw when I was very young. When I was just a little pup.
A little foal.
Yeah, a little foal.
A pup. Is that what horses are when they're small? The
Well,
pups.
I
I
mean,
see.
we call ourselves a whole bunch of different things. I just like the sound of pop.
Aye, it's a good ring to it.
Pop.
Pop.
Yeah, pop.
So a blar, is that you saw a blar when you were young? Is that right?
I'm making blar. It's what I call this
Oh, it's the
thing.
name of it.
It's why I call this thing that I do when I like
Aye.
chew a little bit here, and then I chew a little bit over here, and then I chew a little
Sort
bit
of
over here.
artistic expression. Aye.
Uh,
What's the thing that you're trying to recreate? What's the thing that you saw?
Oh, it was this really cool like this really cool like taller Earth, that I saw. It was like really 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 tall, and it had like this like big rock on top. It was like like square, if that's a thing, and it was like really nice. And then there was this big bright like fire thing, right behind it, and it was like, wow, and I really liked it. And
Like
so
a tall earth, an earth like spire mountain, like a tall earth tower with a rock on top of it,
sure,
with a light behind it.
yeah,
Is that right?
yeah. Like, I mean, it was like Earth, it was ground, but it was taller.
Aye.
And then
Okay.
it was like, it was taller, and then there was like a square looking rock thing on top.
Sort of
Um,
square rock
yeah,
thing.
and
Aye.
then in the blue thing behind, the blue thing that's like all over the place. I think people call it a spy, a spy,
The sky.
a sky. Yes, sky. There was the big. There was the
Aye,
big.
yes.
There was the big. There was the big.
The sky.
Bright. There was the big bright thing behind.
The sun. That white thing in the sky. The
Oh
sun.
no! I don't have any children.
No, not that.
I don't have children. No,
Right.
no.
Right.
No,
How dare I?
no.
Of course.
So
Of course.
that's.
Do you remember
that-
where this was? Could you get back to it?
Oh, yeah, probably. Yeah, yeah. I've been there a couple times. That's why I'm like. So that's why like I can like remember what it looks like. It's really, really nice.
Would you like to see it again?
Oh gosh, yes, that would be really nice. Yeah, that would.
Well,
be...
I think we could do that. I think we could do that for you. We could
Oh.
get you there again.
Oh, okay, okay. Oh, yeah, that would be really nice. That would be really nice. Are you bringing Frank? Is Frank coming with us?
Is he? I'm gonna point to a horse, the one we're not taking. Is that Frank?
Yeah, that's Frank. Is he coming with us?
Oh,
No, I'm afraid Frank has other obligations.
Good.
We should
Good.
leave.
He doesn't stop talking. All the time. He doesn't stop. Frank! Frank, you're always talking, right? Right, Frank? He's always talking. He's so annoying.
Oh, I could tell that.
Oh
He
my
looks
God.
like a talker.
Oh my
Looks
god.
like a talker.
Okay, good. Yes. Okay, yes. I want to see this rock. I want to see this rock again. It's really nice. It's really pretty.
Okay, so Order's gonna come out from like under the horse's legs, just to the group, pretty much to Rembrandt. I think he kind of assumes it's like the face of the group right now. This, all right, we have our four: Thunder, Lightning, White Horse, and Stupid. And I think Stupid has a place to show us that might be rather interesting. But I'll tell you a bit more later after we're outside of the wall.
Yeah. All right.
Just for the sake of visualization, what did the rest of the group perceive during this conversation?
Yes.
Like, what was that like for us?
Well, actually, that's I've had a few sessions where people have been able to speak to animals, and I've never. Everybody has a different. Everybody has it. So actually, I'm really curious. How like does for you Koi when Tutor speaks with like, is he just speaking normally, like so he's speaking and then so everyone can hear you
No,
speaking
definitely
English?
not.
Mhm.
Definitely not speaking in common. That's
Okay.
for sure. I think it is kind of like Tutor comes up to the horse and "Ooh."
and and I would have to say that you pretty much see the same thing from the other horse, and the horse. Yeah.
Great.
So yeah.
Thank you. I
Basically
just
just-
really needed that in my life.
Oh my god.
I just love the different interpretations. I just love the different interpretations of what speak to animal feels like. So I like to let people play with that. Awesome. All right, so the small humanoid is all right. So yeah, there was a stupid thunder lightning. Cool. Yeah. Okay. So that'll be it'll be like 100 crowns for the 2 days. If you're not back in the 2 days, I'll have to add another 20 crowns per day. And then you're gonna have to pay for the stable fee. It's included in the 100. And then you're gonna need some saddles. You're gonna need some saddles, right? Yeah, you need some saddles. All right,
Yes,
so
yes, saddles.
Saddles are gonna be another 5. And then if you're late with those, another 5 per day that you're late with those. Yeah, cool. Yeah, let me get you some saddles. So walks away, comes back carrying some saddles, really awkwardly, throws one on top of the horse, throws it on top of the other horse, walks over, grabs 2 more, throws on top of the horse, throws the other on top of the horse.
With the final 10 minutes to speak with animals, we're just gonna go over to Thunder, Lightning, and White Horse and just like confirm if they know about this place that Stupid talks about, if they've been there before, or like.
Or if stupid's actually stupid. Yeah.
Yeah, just kind of just trying to get some more sources.
Yeah.
I'll avoid.
Fact check.
I'll
Fact check
avoid
stupid.
Frank. Is it Frank the talker? I'll avoid him.
Yeah, horse, also known as Frank. Thunder. Yeah, I'll just play it. Yeah, the place is. We go there time to time. We don't go very close. I mean, I've never been really close. But yeah, he's been there a couple times. He's been here the longest. So he's from there.
Hey.
Last I checked. So yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
aye.
Yeah. And Lightning is like, yeah. I've seen it once. Well, I get mostly called in to do a lot of like running. So I don't go very far. A lot. I just mostly just run a lot, very fast. Hope we're going very fast. We're going very fast, right? We're gonna go very fast. Yeah, because that's what I just.
Oh,
I just
yes,
wanna go. We going now?
Aye,
Can we go now? Okay, let me get some food. Let me I'm ready to go.
Yeah. Oh, yes. Yeah. Right.
And
Really good.
White Horse is just like, White
Very
Horse is
stoic.
yeah, very stoic, very like.
All right. You can carry Rembrandt. He's also very stoic. I'll take stupid.
Amazing. So you jump onto your horse and you head off. As you walk over to the gates, you have one of the Solar Knights walks up to you. Oi, travelers, where you be going?
We're going to be exploring outside the walls for a few days. We'll be back though.
Right. Yeah. All right. Well, I can see you got yourself a nice guard there. Good. Good. You got some good looking armor there, man. Okay. Right.
Aye,
Well,
thank you.
keep an eye out. It's not safe. You may go.
Aye, that's
Would
why
you-
they hired me. Believe me, I'm not cheap.
Can I ask the guard? Can I ask? I'm gonna say to the guard. Have you thought much about God?
I mean, Helm is pretty good. Keeps me safe. Eh.
Have you heard of the one true God, Al?
No. No. Is he, ow. Ow. Huh. Is he the patron,
I'm
is he the
gonna-
patron saint of stubbing your toe?
I'm gonna use Awaken Mind to link telepathically to the guard in his head, and I'm gonna say to him, "I'll let you in on a little secret, little man. We are on a divine mission, sent forth by the one true God of Ao, to find something hidden beyond the wall. And he has told me that we need your help personally.
Oh.
If you would come with us, you will be rewarded beyond your wildest dreams."
Okay, well, I mean, I would be nice. Would be nice to retire,
know.
but I
Can't hear this.
I don't know.
can't
I don't
hear.
know. I got my duties here. I mean, no, man. No. It's no, man. No, I gotta stay. I gotta stay, man. I gotta stay. I don't know.
Well, if you change your mind, we'll be heading that way.
All right. Well, I mean, I'll think about it. You make a really good point. Ow. I mean, I do say that a lot at night when I'm walking around and stubbing my toes on everything. But yeah, maybe that's.
Is
that's
it
what I'm
ow or is it al?
Oh, A-O.
Ow.
Is how you spell it. So, ow, I think.
Oh.
Yeah.
Ah.
Just this guard just heard ow. Heard ow and
Ow.
he's just like going off on a tangent on this ow stuff. Yeah, all right. I'll think about it. Yeah, think about it. You're heading that way. Yeah,
Good man.
All right, okay, cool. Awesome. And you head off. You head off into the dusty storms. There's no storms. That's just the dusty territory. With the odd cacti type tree here and there. It is very hot. It's a very hot day. But the day is now coming to an end as you are traveling across the territory. Do you wish to continue to travel over through night? Or do you want to make camp?
I mean, my big question is where the direction of where this place that Stupid was talking about, and if it's like far off from Lembara.
Well, are you asking communing again? Communing with the animals?
Yeah, I mean, if it's possible, I asked in the 10 minutes I had it. If
Yeah.
not, I can.
Oh yeah, no,
I
of course,
can
of course.
cast it again.
No, of course. I mean, you have a general idea of in which direction Limbara is, right? Like you know where you're going.
Yeah, so we know Lembara. So I'm just wondering if if this place is like out of the way far, or if it's like
No,
if we can kind of.
he actually tells you that it's on the way. Actually, like he thinks it's on the way. Like that makes sense. It's you head out the wall and you take a right and then you just keep going and you go past the creek and then there's the bunny, and then there's the like it's you know.
Oh, wee bunny, that's so cute. So in that case, I would suggest to the group that like we go to this place first, and then see what that is. That would be my suggestion. Be like,
What?
so I know it sounds pretty crazy, but the horse they call Stupid, he's seen quite a magical thing. He's actually created a bit of artwork in the stable. He calls it a grog or a gluck. It doesn't really matter. It's kind of artistic interpretation, but it seems to be a very important place for him. So it's rather on the way if we don't mind just stopping off and seeing, because animals do have some sort of sixth sense sometimes. Maybe there's something special about it. I don't know. I mean, call it dwarven curiosity.
Is that what you were doing when you were doing all the weird noises and the biting? And then I thought you were having a fit.
Oh, aye, yes, yes. Yeah, I was communing with the animals, as it were.
Okay.
I was taught that many years back. Yes, yes.
You
First
can
time speaking with a horse, to be fair.
Okay.
First
So you
time.
can make like other animal noises as well.
Aye, and they understand it, and I understand it back. It's rather incredible. Hey, it was the druids of the deep woods taught it to me.
Druid of the deep woods.
Full
Aye.
of surprises, Master Dwarf.
Oh, I thank you.
Well, I guess we can make a slight detour if it won't, like, fuck with our mission.
Yeah, I mean,
All we have to do is trust Stupid to guide us.
Okay.
That really feels like a backwards sentence.
Seems reasonable to me.
Okay. I'll trust the horse. I
amazing.
guess.
Amazing. So, you're on your path, right? At one point, you are going down the path that is most commonly. You see that it is a well-worn path. Clearly, these are people who have headed towards Limbara before. So this is a path that is clearly evident. But at one point, Stupid starts pulling to the right, off of the trail.
I'll
and-
follow, yeah.
Yeah, and since I'm gonna
I'll
assume
let
since
Stupid lead.
yeah, since everyone sort of agreed, right? I'm assuming everyone is just kind of follow along that path, right? And at first you're almost going parallel to it, but eventually you do slowly distance yourself, very very slowly, from the well-worn path. At one point it kind of dips down a hill, whereas you kind of dip down the hill on another direction, and it kind of just you kind of lose it from sight. Again, back to my question about the night is coming. So, do you wish to continue, or do you wish to camp for the night? I mean, it's neither here nor there, but people can have like a short rest or a long rest. So, if any spell slots that need to be re-upped or whatnot. But we can just keep going if we wish.
Happy to push through.
Push through.
Yeah.
Cool. Right,
Yeah,
cool.
only used cantrips up until now, so I think we're good.
Nice.
Same.
Awesome. So you continue on your way. Your horses seem to be doing quite well. Whoever's riding on lightning, it clearly has their work cut out for them because they have to keep raining lightning back. Lightning just wants to go.
It's Neil's horse.
Probably Neil's horse.
Very
Yeah.
likely.
Probably Neil's horse, yeah. Everyone else is doing pretty good. By the time, as the sun is starting to crest over the horizon, you see off in the distance what you can assume is Limbara. I mean, there's no other town in this direction, a good few hours ago you started smelling the sea air, if you will, sort of thing. It started to smell a little salty, as sea air tends to be. Um, and you see off in the distance Lembara, and now, but it is to your left, right? It is not. It's not exactly. Not exactly in the direction you're heading. It is to your left, and from a distance, it is quite a large city. It yeah, and you see that it is, from your distance. You can see that the edge of the coastline kind of goes up, and there's like some cliff sides and rocky outcrops, right? So it's like a flat, and then all of a sudden it rises up, and that Limbara is basically built on the top of that cliffside, right? So the from most people have pretty good vision, right? I'm not gonna give you. I'm not gonna like ask you to roll for stuff. Everyone's pretty much seeing this.
I have dark vision.
Me
Nice.
too.
Nice.
Same.
So from a distance, you can see that at the very top, at the very precipice of the very top of this cliffside, there is a castle or fortress type building. You can clearly see something that looks like walls, and some other buildings behind it that are taller. Some of it have some peaked roofs, sort of thing. And yeah, that's off in the distance. I would say it's about 300-400 yards away, right? Like it's yards being about a meter.
So it's almost like half a kilometer.
Yeah, exactly. Thank
A
you.
yard's almost a meter.
Exactly.
basically.
Yeah. It's about half a kilometer away. But you're heading towards you know, what looks like to be a more lower
Magical place.
a more lower side of the bank, and you eventually arrive at a large body of water, and where you are is quite nice and sandy. There are more and more trees, as you get closer and closer to the water. Still not a whole bunch, but more than you saw in the desert. Yeah, at this point here, this is where Stupid's like starts bobbing, right, and turns and looks, and anybody who's looking to where he's looking at Limbara. And he's just like,
All right. So Ur's gonna get this turn on his horse. All right, I've got some good news and some bad news.
What's
Good
the
news is
bad
we
news?
found it. The bad news is there seems to be a misinterpretation, and the horse, it was looking at the city that we are traveling to just at a distance. It seemed rather interesting. So,
I mean, for those of the characters, for any of you who are
Might as well
somewhat
enjoy the
can
view.
appreciate nature and that sort of thing. It is a nice view. The water hitting, here the beach, a little bit further down a rocky shore, and then a little bit further down you see the cliffs start to build up and an outcrop. Right, you do see it does, like the desert does turn a little green, right? There are patches of green. So there are some patches of green as it goes up towards the edge of the cliffside. The city does look rather nice. You can see it from the side here, right? So you can see that you can now see from the side that this battlement, this castle of sorts, goes right up to the cliff. It is like right, shaved right off to the cliff, and you can sort of see the walls, and then you can sort of make out like rings, if you will, of different style buildings, as they slowly get smaller and smaller and darker in color the further they are away from the walls, right? And you also just so happen to see from the castle off of the cliff, you see a bunch of cranes and you see a lot of structures and other types of things that are hanging from this cliff. And when you follow your eye down, you see quite the sizable navy that is right there on the edge of these waters. And some of you might remember that, of course, yes, of course, Limbara was made. The Limbara's money, if you will, and its capital was made through ships and through pirating, if you will, as people are wont to do from time to time. But yeah, you can see that there are quite a few ships. And if we really want a specific number, I will need a perception check for an exact number. But you see ships um, near the cliff. Yeah.
So, just to be clear, or Stupid said that the thing that he found near Lambara is Lambara.
I think animals have a different sense of object permanence, if I'm getting the phrase right. Whereas we might understand it to be the same city, whether close and far away. To the horse, far away, it looks more like some sort of a beacon of hope, I think, which is what he's placed it in his mind, and then therefore created some artistic representation in his own stable.
And you remember, or that he says that he remembers. He described it with the sun behind it as well, so you can you could sort of like that would actually kind of be really nice view.
He actually described a very wonderful image of the sun rising behind the castle walls. I mean, if we were to wait for dawn, or actually, I don't know which direction we're in, but whichever dawn or dusk, it might be a rather nice sight. We probably don't have enough time now, but after this whole mission, those of us who survive might want to enjoy the sight from here. Not to be negative.
Yeah. Yeah, I guess that's a good idea. Should we just...
Actually, if I may be a little bit tactically minded, why don't we call this place the place where we all meet up if everything goes to shit?
That's actually a
shit
brilliant
place.
idea.
Okay.
The shit place. I like
Aye,
it.
the stupid place. Aye.
Stupid
Okay.
place.
Stupid place.
And
Aye.
I've actually been meaning to ask this whole time. Let's say, for example, we get into the city. We board the horse. We start walking down. It hits the fan immediately. I point at Rembrandt. What do you do?
If shit hits the fan,
Yeah.
I suppose it would depend on what kind of shit is hitting the fan.
Guards, spears, lightning. What do you do?
Who would be throwing spears and lightning at us?
The guards.
They would do
Oh.
that. They would. You can't trust the guards.
Probably
Yeah.
run the other direction.
Okay. Not a bad plan. Our whole thing is that we need to remain in the city and get rid of the bomb. Right?
Right.
So if we ran away immediately, that would not accomplish that task. Necessarily.
So we would run towards the bomb.
Probably if we find out where the bomb is. Okay. Faith. Shit hits the fan. Spears, lightning. What do we do?
Me? I mean, there were, every once in a while, so I kind of had a bit of a blackout, like, maybe 2 months ago. I won't get too much into the details, but now, sometimes, I don't know how it happens, but magical things just happens, and then people stop dying, or they come back from the dead, or like do I like suddenly have a flashback of Remember at the beginning when I was like, when I first met up with Caius?
Roll for me an advantage. Advantage. Oh, advantage. What was it again? In wisdom.
Wisdom. Wisdom.
Wisdom. Yeah,
Ability
wisdom.
check. Advantage. 23.
Yeah.
That's a roll.
Wow.
So you suddenly remember where you suddenly go like, hold on a second. It's like all of a sudden it's like in this new light when you're not like, when Caius is not like, he's wearing all these like clothes that are like, I don't know, not pretty like he was wearing before. Suddenly he's like, hold on a second. Like it's like he's wearing a disguise. So he's like, hold on a second. Like,
Yeah.
you, I've healed you before.
Yeah. I'm like, oh, you! You came to that clinic. You came to that clinic and you were all bloodied, and I think you had some broken bones, and I didn't know what I was doing, and you were kind of like out of it, and I don't know what you were doing, but I like touched you, and then all your like cuts went away, and your bone was not broken anymore. It was you. That's where I know you from.
Does
Yeah,
Caius remember this at all?
Yeah, Caius.
Okay.
If you want to go ahead and roll an advantage wisdom as or wisdom or yeah, wisdom. I think I would say wisdom. Why not? Wisdom.
All right.
Oh no.
The higher one is a 4.
Oh man.
What?
So a 7 total.
And I shall give you my bad rolls.
I'm good at 4 things. This is not one of them.
Remembering things.
I break a lot of bones, okay? I don't know what.
Okay. Anyway, the point is, sometimes people are hurt or sick, and ever since I woke up, like from my blackout 2 months ago, I can make it go away.
Okay.
That's what I do.
That's great. That's really awesome. Cool. Good to know as well. You seem still freaked out about it. Are you okay with it?
I mean, I think so. It's not a bad thing. I'm not sure if I can control it very well.
Okay. Okay. That's fair. That's fair. All right. Orbelia. Stars. Ears. Lightning. What do you do?
I mean, I think what you may be getting at is that we might need to have a bit of a strategy meeting.
That's what I'm saying. Is that I was really hoping that it was just going to be like,
Okay.
we
I
don't
see.
know what we're gonna do. So
Oh.
yeah,
I thought we'd all just die, most likely.
I ideally
sounds-
would very much
Well,
like.
I kind of expected at least one of you, and Rembrandt, no offense, but I kind of thought you might be the first one to go.
No, it's our time. It's our time, I suppose.
Yes, he's this kind of attitude that really lets, someone die on the battlefield. Once again, no offense, of course.
Oh,
But
not
you
at all.
can't enter a fight with the expectation of when it's over, it's over. You have to fight for every inch.
So, or do you seem like the type who can come up with good strategy. Do you have any ideas?
I see. Normally, my strategies start with entering a battle with lots and lots of other armed dwarves at my side. So I'm beginning at a bit of a disadvantage. Yes. Also, we rarely fight with the sky above us. We normally fight deep underground. So I was kind of expecting that either you you explosion-oriented tiefling, or you somehow mystifyingly captivating man. He's pointing at Rembrandt. might have some sort of ability to get us into this city, and then you might somehow use your talking skills that Caius has seemed to show to find this person that at least Fitz seemed to insinuate that you already know, Maeve. And through a little bit of talking and a little bit of sneaking, as we've proven, we can do very well on the airship if we so choose to do it coordinatedly. That we might be able to find the name of whoever person, find the leader of this Sisters of Mander, and then if we can find one of them, then we just capture them and torture them until they tell us what we need to do.
I just want to clarify that I don't actually know how to blow things up. I've just hung out with a lot of people who blew things up, and I did what they told me to.
So you're a quick learner. That's excellent.
Yeah. Yeah.
There you go. Aye, there you go. So you can talk the talk, as it were.
Yes, I can talk.
Aye. We just need to go into a place where the people who blow things up hang out. You'll strike up a conversation. You'll turn into one of your elves or whatever you could turn into there, Rembrandt. And I'll just be a fly on the wall, as it were, metaphorically or literally, depending on what is needed. And then we will find where we have to go and get there. And once we find any loose end, we can just climb the ladder, as it were, just person after person, getting one name after another, tying them to a chair, and just having to do whatever we have to do until we get another name. Now, this last part is more just an idea, of course. I do know that other people have been able to get information without torture, but I'm a simple soldier.
Oh, some people absolutely need to be tortured.
Okay, we have a lot more in common than I thought, Rembrandt. Very good.
What about you, Caius? What would you do when shit hits the fan?
Oh, probably stab everyone.
Okay.
Yeah.
Try not to stab yourself.
I mean, ideally,
That would be
no.
included in everyone. Yeah, very good.
You got me there. You got me there. You got me there. You do have me there. Yes. No. Okay. So fair enough. Same question directed towards me. Darts,
Yeah.
lightning, spears, flying. Yes, all that. Deal with the immediate threat at hand. Disappear.
Like
That would
literally
be-
disappear.
Maybe
invisible,
If that's
like-
what I need. I mean, get away from. All right. Disappear in that.
So you can't.
maybe we
You
come
can't
back.
go invisible.
All right. Caius disappears.
Oh, very good. Excellent.
Okay, you are actually meaning literally disappearing. That's incredible.
We're all full of surprises.
He's standing 30 feet away and goes, basically that.
All right. So we all know who's not going to help when shit gets really bad. That's Caius. He'll be saving his own arse. So the rest of us have to figure out what to do to protect each other, because he's going to fuck right off.
I get back on the hole. Okay. This took a weird direction.
And on that note, as our heroes are discussing a plan on a plan on their metaphorical beachhead, if you will, at a stupid place, we will end our session here, and we will continue with episode 3, which we've now decided is going to be called Stupid's Place. Or stuck between a rock and a stupid place. I think that's actually a much that might be a better one. So we will continue our adventure next week, next Wednesday. As our adventurers need to figure out how to find out where the explosive device is and how to dispose of it. Okay, I have been your. Sorry, I'm just like, whew, that was a lot of fun there. Just like, oh my goodness, I was your I am your GM. I not was. I am your GM, Eric Fournier. And we have here Maeve, played by Annie, Tur played by Coy, Caius, played by Neil, and Rembrandt, played by Chase. And on that note, see you on the next adventure. Good night, everyone.
Good night.